Hello, Paleo FX Tribe. Melissa here, and we are back and kicking off our Paleo FX 2019 sponsor recap. And here with me, I have Ryan from Garden of Life, and Garden of Life was one of our sponsors, and we were so grateful for that, and just so grateful to have Garden of Life part of our event. It means so much to us. I actually didn't get a chance to meet Ryan at Paleo FX because I don't think he was there, or maybe we just missed each other, but I'm so happy to have you here now, and we get to chat and talk about what's coming up with Garden of Life. And I know you have a bunch of new products coming up. So you want to just dive in and start by telling us about those?
Absolutely. First, I just want to say thank you. I remember Paleo FX for the last several years. It's kind of that cutting edge conference where you see not only your favorite speakers there, but you're going to hear somebody new that plants this new seed or new concept that maybe you've never been exposed to before. So Paleo FX to me it's really cutting edge in that you hear the best in the field and you hear people you've never heard from before that really kind of set you up for the next year, kind of your next passion until the next Paleo FX. So it's been fun following you guys.
Oh, I appreciate that. You know, our motto this year was challenge authority, defy dogma, and demand different. And I think that's certainly what our exhibitors and our sponsors and our speakers do. And they come and they bring up these topics that maybe nobody's talking about yet in the mainstream, and then they make everybody question and defy dogma, right? And challenge authority. And so, yeah, it's been great. So I really appreciate you bringing awareness to that, because that's certainly what we're here for and why we're here. So thank you.
Of course.
So speaking of defying dogma and demanding different, what kind of different products that you guys have coming up? Because I hear it's some pretty cool stuff. So
yeah, so there's this term that you've never heard of before. No one's ever heard of it. It's called the ketogenic diet. And so it's really fun. We've been creating a whole new line, and we actually partnered with some guy named Dr. Perlmutter. And it's been an absolute blessing. We've this past couple years with Dr. Perlmutter, we've been working on this new keto line. I feel like we've brought a lot of transparency to this keto space, because it's almost like there's these two camps. You kind of have like the clean eating camp, and then you have like the if it fits my macros, or as long as I'm eating in the ketogenic range, I can eat anything I want. And at Garden of Life, we have guiding lights. So our guiding lights are sustainability, traceability, and then clinically studied ingredients. And so Dr. Perlmutter was able to bring us clinically studied ingredients. We went to these farms to source them from these dual certified organic non-GMO sources. And then we created products that are easy. You don't have to count macros. You don't have to put it on a scale. We just put 70, 20, 10 ratios. And yeah, it's really fun. And it's convenient for those of us who work at Garden of Life to be able to live the lifestyle that much easier now. So we're really excited about this line.
Oh, absolutely. It's certainly all about convenience. I mean, with everything, right? And, there are times when we get to take the extra time to prepare everything and do it, fully out. But then there are those times when we do need to just get that big punch in a quick, minute and convenience. So certainly I know for me, I'm always on the go as a mom of 3. And I'm always looking for ways to get in nutrition that, don't take up a ton of my time. So that's awesome. So what does, when we say a keto line, like, what does that mean exactly? Like, what does that look like? What kind of products are we talking about?
Yeah. So you said a word right there, and it made me think of a conversation I had with Dr. Perlmutter. You said convenience. And like you said, we all want to source our food in the Weston A. Price tradition, from the highest quality available, process it by hand, sun dry it in the sun. And
That's right.
We live in a busy modern lifestyle. So Dr. Perlmutter always jokes and he says, it's not easy to travel with a stick of butter and a ripe avocado in your backpack.
Oh my gosh, but I've totally done that.
Yeah, right, exactly. You know, it's funny.
I carry a cooler. Oh my gosh, yeah, I won't go there, but.
Yeah, right. It's funny because I've heard other people in the paleo space say that they've brought sticks of butters in a travel container onto flight to put in their coffee. Yeah. And it's like, well, okay, so Dr. Perlmutter saw that issue and we actually came out with 2 products to help with that. We have a organic MCT powder and we have an organic butter powder. And so
my gosh.
Yeah, these are actually containers that you can throw in your backpack or your luggage, and you can make your fatty coffee, or you can throw some fats on your meal on the fly, and they're shelf stable, really clean products, organic, non-GMO certified to get those healthy fats in.
Oh my gosh, you had me at butter. What?
Yeah, right?
Butter powder? That's fantastic. Somebody was bound to do it, right?
Yeah,
you guys, yes, that's awesome.
It was really fun diving into that arena and, you know, bringing integrity to that. It's USDA organic, non-GMO verified. These are grass-fed cows. And then we're also doing some unique certifications in the keto line. We have a paleo certification and we have a keto certification. So the keto.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so the keto certifies that the macro ratios for each serving, there's less than 5 grams of carbohydrates. There's no synthetic sweeteners or sugars or additives. And then the paleo certification is really exciting because what this does is it ensures that any animal product we use has to be minimum pasture raised a certain amount of days a year. There can never be antibiotics. There can never be hormones. There can never be GMO feed. And so we built the supply chain, and then we took these third-party audits to make sure that this supply chain stays clean from inception to collection.
That's fantastic. You know, our audience, we are always looking for that. You know, where the source of where everything came from, and how it was brought up and brought to be, and you know, so that's wonderful. I noticed, is that a B behind you on the wall? Are you guys B certified? Are you a B certified corp?
We are a B Corp certified.
Fantastic. That's always good too. I know I always tend to gravitate toward companies that are the B Corp. So.
Apparently this was one of the hardest certifications that we worked to get, actually, because they come into our office, they check our lighting, they check our water sources, they check our waste, and they audit our actual impact as a company at our headquarters to get us B Corp certified beyond our products and our supply chain. So
absolutely. That is down to the core, foundation of the, wow, that is amazing. I didn't know that. You know, I would just think that it would only be the products, but
me too.
That's even better. That's even better. I love B Corps even more now. That's awesome. Well, so then what's the difference between doctor formulated Garden of Life products versus, I mean, we talked about some of the benefits, but you know, there are so many products out there right now. And what's one of the main differences, do you think, between yours and theirs? Or
I'm really happy you asked that question. It's something that I've been kind of playing around with myself. We have a unique certification that's called Truly Grass-Fed. And when I'm in a Whole Foods or at a local health food store, I look at all these other products that are on the shelf, and every single product now says grass-fed. Every product, grass-fed, whether it's collagen or a keto line or a protein, it all says grass-fed. Well, the problem is that there's no third-party audit there. So grass-fed is like when we used to say heart healthy or all natural. There's no one auditing that.
Yeah, all natural was what came to mind for me, is people just are throwing all natural on everything, but if you are not aware of, you know, of the wording that people can use just because they can and not because it's, like you said, audited, then I mean, you could even put organic on there and it, you know, it not really truly be organic. So yes, keep going. That's exactly what I was thinking of too. So
yeah, it's kind of like chicken eggs, which is kind of hard because there's pasture raised and there's free range and there's cage free, and it's kind of that same nomenclature where people use terms, but they're not standardized. So we do something called truly grass-fed. This is a third-party audit, once again, and they actually step in beyond us as a company, and they monitor these animals to ensure that they are on pasture, they're being grass-fed, they're never administered hormones, antibiotics, all that, and they're ensuring that these cattle are spending a minimal amount of days on pasture every single year. So you asked me what's different about these keto products as opposed to other people in the industry. And when we looked into a lot of the sourcing, some of these supply chains they're not sustainable. They're not sustainable. There's a lot of South American supply chains that are taking out some of the rainforest to produce cattle at a large rate.
yeah.
And it may be a good product.
Uh-oh, Ryan, I think I lost you. Can you hear me? Alrighty, we will take a 5-minute break and see if we can reconnect. Sorry about that, guys. Trying to reconnect with Ryan here. Gotta love technology. One more time. Hi.
Hey.
Can you hear me? And we're back.
It's always something.
That's all right. It's okay. It's, love, hate technology, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we were talking about the difference between Garden of Life products and the others, and that you are truly grass-fed And so my question for that would be, so there's a third party that comes in. Is there some kind of a stamp that they put on that? And if so, what does that look like? And what should we start looking for or almost demanding within the space that these other products that claim they're grass-fed be also verified by third parties?
Absolutely, absolutely. So there's an actual truly grass-fed logo. It's a green. I don't know if you can see this. It's a green logo.
Oh, yep.
Right there at the bottom.
Okay. Yep. We can
and
see
it
it.
has a picture of like a cow on the front, and that is a third-party auditing company that does independent testing on these animals to verify different companies. And so there's that. Okay. And the Paleo certification as well. They also do audits to ensure that all animal products spend a minimum amount of days on pasture as well.
Okay, well, that's good to know. We certainly need those third parties to come in and verify because, like we were talking about earlier, you can claim anything now. And, we even see that with ingredients, right? That if it's less than 2%, it doesn't have to be listed or, it's listed last or really tiny, small, less than 2% of. And so, we need more transparency like this. And so I appreciate you guys, Garden of Life, and providing that for us. And that is so very important. And some people don't realize how important that is. And not to any fault of their own. They just don't know that if something says grass-fed doesn't mean it truly is grass-fed. So,
well, it's just like natural flavors.
Oh my gosh. Natural flavors with other natural flavors. That whenever I see that line on a product, I'm like, run far away from natural flavors with other natural flavors.
Yeah, it's interesting what we are allowed to call natural. It's like, that's not natural to me. No.
That's it. So moral of everything is question everything, right? Yeah. Question everything because it's not always true what you see as marketing. So we have the keto line. You talked a little bit about some paleo products. What other kind of products do you have that are also paleo, keto friendly, other than the new formulated line? There was I believe you guys have like a grass-fed collagen. Is that right? Coming out?
Yes. Yeah, we just did a full grass-fed collagen line. And back to the story that we just unpacked, we use German cows.
Oh, wow.
Because we went to the supply chain, which was mostly coming from Brazil and South America. And there's not a lot of traceability there. And the actual environmental impact it's not what we wanted to get on board with. So we actually went with German cows because they're part of the European Union. Wow. And so they're automatically non-GMO. They don't allow any GMOs in their supply chain ever. So before we even went and got non-GMO certified, which we did, we ensured that these cows were on pasture and fed a non-GMO diet always, at all times. And so that is the collagen peptides that we started with. And then from there, we continued along those lines of getting the paleo certification and getting the keto certification to ensure that we're not manipulating the ingredients. We're not putting any lecithin or additives or binders or anything fractionated. It's literally just grass-fed cows that are being produced and then used to make collagen peptides. And then we're a digestive wellness company. So we added 1.5 billion CFU of a hardy strain of probiotics to help with digestion as well.
Awesome.
With these collagen peptides.
Okay, so what form do those peptides come in? Are they a powder form? Are they a pill form, capsule? How can you take those in?
Yeah, so we actually have 4 different formulas. They're all going to be powders. We've got the unflavored, which I used this morning. I made like a fatty coffee with the MCT powder, the butter powder, and some collagen peptides. And then that's the unflavored. So you can put that on anything. It's so versatile that you could put it in like a dessert. You can thicken up a soup.
Yes,
nice.
I do that all the time with my kids. So for those of you at home with children, collagen peptides, easiest way to sneak in some nutrition. And even though, I mean, okay, so, paleo, pancakes, not necessarily paleo all the time, but, we live by the 80-20 rule, right? So as long as I know I can get in those collagen peptides, they bake fine, they cook fine, and it cooks fine in pancakes. They can't taste it. It's just my sneaky little secret. So don't tell any of my children, please, because they don't know it's healthy, right? So yes, I love collagen peptides for that reason.
Me too.
That's a big reason for me.
And it's interesting, just speaking of the whole paleo approach, it's the nose to tail of consuming the animal. And the collagen peptides, they have a different amino acid profile. And those amino acids have a specific action on our joints, our bones, our tendons, our ligaments. And so it's really nice because we can easily work in some of these more traditional foods into our busy daily lifestyle with the collagen peptides. And so,
absolutely. And those are already out, correct?
Yes.
We can get those now. Okay. So in the keto line, is that already available as well? Is that available as well? Okay. Yeah. So how does one go about getting those products? So
gardenerlife.com. You can go to any big box chain health food store. A lot of your local independent health food stores. That's who we started with. That's where our heart's at. So we would love for you to start there. Amazon, obviously. So you can find Gardener Life pretty much in all the major distributors.
Very accessible, which is great too. And also adds convenience as well. I know I've seen you at my local, we have a natural grocers, and I've seen you there. I mean, Garden of Life there, that's where I usually get you guys. So
we run promotions with like independent health food stores, and you'll actually get our product cheaper with these independent health food stores because we run demos with them to make sure that they're getting a value product that we might not be able to give to some bigger companies. So we always encourage the mom and pop or farm to table type approach if you can.
Yes, absolutely. That's great. You've told me a few of the products that you use, but do you have one favorite that you just can't live without?
Yeah, it's funny because when I was walking over here to sit down to chat with you, I actually grabbed my personal favorite product because I wanted to take it. So this is my personal favorite product.
Okay,
it is Adrenal Daily Balance. So this is our brand new, this is also a new line. We just came out with it last year. It's called My Kind Organic Herbals. It's the first ever 100% organic, 100% non-GMO verified herbal line. And so we worked with an expert herbalist named Dr. Terry Willard, who's from Canada. And this is my favorite product. This is an adaptogen blend. So a lot of you have heard about, this has schizandra, ashwagandha, this has rhodiola, eleuthero, holy basil, and it has a B vitamin complex as well. And we have our probiotics in there as well to make sure that you're digesting the herbals as well. So this is my favorite. Yeah, this is my favorite. We live in a busy lifestyle, busy world. You know, it's easy for us to grab an extra cup of coffee instead of taking that afternoon siesta. We've got stuff to do. So a product like this, to me, just helps me adapt to this modern lifestyle and gives me that adaptation when I don't have as much sleep or as much rest and relaxation as I would like. So I love this product every single day.
I love that. Going back to the convenience, I usually take those adaptogens within like a tea, but I don't always have time to make tea, or, I'm not always around where I can like boil some water and do that. And so that's fantastic because, again, like I said, on the go, you can take that with you anywhere, so.
Exactly. And great for traveling too, when you're kind of under stress or you're on flights and you're on a deadline, a schedule. I can't live without it. And we also have an ashwagandha itself standalone formula. I love that one too. And we know, because we've heard that those products are going to be like the purest and cleanest of the clean that you guys offer. So because of where it comes from and the way you guys source your
ingredients. So that is fantastic. Well, Ryan, I don't want to miss anything. Is there anything that you'd like to add and tell everybody that maybe they don't know about or that we haven't talked about? Do you have any, where are you going to be this coming year? I know you just launched the line. You guys going to be at places. What's going on with Garden of Life for the rest of 2019?
Yeah, so we've got a lot of fun stuff coming down the pipeline. So I would say just stay tuned on our website, gardenoflife.com, and we've got some really cutting edge, exciting formulas coming out. And like we said before, we're going to do it with the integrity, and we're going to stick to our core values while we do that. So it's exciting, and I'm looking forward to what I'm going to learn from the PaleoFX community, because you've kind of been my way shower personally to turning back to spring water and wild foraging my own food and medicinal mushrooms and stuff I never would have known before. So it's I'm looking forward to what you're doing too.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, we're gonna be all over the place too. I think we're even going to be in London in September.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've partnered with the Health Optimization Summit, and so with Upgrade Labs, and we're going to be in London. So that's exciting. We're expanding, and so that'll be good. Hey, I'm sure if you Health Optimization Summit would love to have Garden of Life over there too. So
I love
I can hook you up. I can hook you up.
I'll bring my adaptogens and my collagen. So
that's right. There you go. That's awesome. So, well, very good. So gardenoflife.com, Facebook page, just Garden of Life. Any other avenues for people to find you?
Yeah, Instagram.
More information?
Yeah, Instagram and product support if you want to reach out. We'll always answer questions for you. So yeah, jump in gardenoflife.com, and we've got all the affiliated links there for you.
Fantastic. I love it. And just one of the things that you had mentioned earlier is just going back to integrity. And that is certainly what Garden of Life represents. And so just really appreciate it. Appreciate you all as a company, as a sponsor, just a partnership. We need each other, right? We need each other to truly make a difference in everybody's life. So
yeah, it's a community.
I think that we are having some other technical difficulties.
Yeah, right?
There you are. So here we are. Yes. So good time to say goodbye, and we'll be in touch soon. Thanks a lot for being on today, Ryan. Appreciate it.
Great chatting with you. Take care.
Yes. Thank you. You too.